Hey guys, so on Monday we had our turkey, and today is Wednesday, and we're gonna have our potatoes and gravy. So that's gonna be push-ups, overhead press, toe touch crunches around the world, T raises or lateral raises, overhead tricep extensions, elbow planks, and for the elbow planks we will be doing a timed set on those, Supermans, and then we're gonna do some lower body stuff with a goblet squat, Russian deadlifts, alternating lunges, V-ups or hip bridges, and then what I called Y squats, which are sumo squats. And then you'll take about a minute break in between, and then you'll go through another 2 times. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna get started with the very first thing on there, which is gonna be our push-up. And this is gonna be a basic push-up. You can either do this from your hands and your feet, or if you need to go down to your knees, you can do that. We're just gonna do 10 of them, so not a whole lot. All right, next is going to be an overhead press. Let me get my weights ready for that. All right, then the overhead press, you grab your weights and bring them up to your shoulders and then press up to straight arms. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And use those weights back down here. From over here, actually, somewhere where I can flat. Unfortunately, those weights need to be on flat ground. That was supposed to be smoother. Anyway, next we're going to do toe touch crunches. So I'm just going to I'm going to grab my kettlebell for this. But you don't have to hold the weight if you don't want to. You're going to lay flat on your back, toes up, so it's like you're walking on the ceiling. Eight, 9, 10. All right. Next we have around the world. So you can do this either if you have a kettlebell, it works best with those. But you can use a hand weight. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do 5 in one direction, and then we'll switch and go the other direction. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we'll switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. Next we have those lateral raises. I'm gonna grab my weights here. Take my weights, and we're gonna start with our arms down at our sides and bring them straight out, level with your shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to make sure that you're still standing straight You're not leaning or anything while you're doing this. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so next we have our overhead tricep extensions. So you can either do, works really well with the dumbbell. You can also do it with a kettlebell if you have one. So we're going to do, you're going to take your weight and put your arms straight up above your head. I'm just going to bring weight down, back to extended. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Next we have is our elbow plank. So this is the one we're going to do timed. I'm going to set a timer here on my watch. And then get ready and go. So just 30 seconds. Try to make sure you keep your back nice and flat. Your whole from your shoulders to your heels should make a nice straight line. So no sinking in the middle, no raised up behind, just a nice straight line. All right, and that's 30 seconds. Next we have Superman's. So this is the only problem with shooting in this angle. I might have to sort of go sideways so you can see. So what we're gonna do for Superman is you're gonna lift up your arms and your legs at the same time and just hold it for like half a second. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so we're done with the upper body portion. We're gonna move on to the lower body. And the first one is gonna be goblet squat. So once again, you can do this either with a kettlebell or with a hand weight. It's mostly how you're holding the weight that matters on this. So if it's a kettlebell, it's not gonna be the weight down. You're gonna flip it so the weight's up. And then you're just gonna squat as normal. Make sure you keep your back nice and straight. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna switch over here to hand weight just to show you how that goes. So with hand weight, I'm gonna hold it nice and like that. If you have one that's got a round top, you're just gonna hold on to the top. There, this one doesn't really. And I think that's about 10. I wasn't counting very well. All right, so next we have our Russian deadlift. So you're gonna take your weights, you're gonna set them out in front of you. And let me stand sideways so you see a little bit. I'm gonna take a step back so they're about that far away from you. I'm gonna bend slightly at the knees, mostly straight down. So with this, unlike a squat, when you come down, your back is going to be parallel with the floor. And then you're gonna really pop your hips. next we have alternating lunges. So with this, you can either, if you want, take one weight and sort of center hold it as you're doing your steps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or you can have one weight at each side. 1, 2, 3. Just make sure when you're stepping out. 4, 5. Your back is staying nice and straight. Alright, next we have hip bridges. So you can either do these with or without weight too. I'll show you without weight first, and then with weights. So hip bridge, you're going to lay down on your back. You're going to pull your heels in as close as you can get them to your bum. I'm just going to lift up your hips. Hold it for half a second. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you have weights and you want to hold them, probably should have done this one first. Just rest them there on your hips. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hold that last one for like a few more seconds. And down. Alright. And the last thing we have is our Y squat, aka sumo squat. So this one, you can take one weight, you can hold it in a goblet hold, or you can just hold it center hold, however you want. But the thing about a sumo squat is your feet are wider than a normal squat. Toes are slightly pointed. Otherwise, it's all the other mechanics are the same. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me turn sideways. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright guys, so that's one way, one time through it. You can do, I want you to do at least 3 total times through it. If you want, you can add a 4th time. And I hope you like it. Don't forget to cool down and stretch afterwards, and let me know what you think.